Hi, in this part of the Blender beginner course, I'll explain UVs in Blender for texturing. Also, don't forget to watch the earlier parts. If you are interested in learning the latest 3D techniques, particularly in Blender, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Before we begin, let me introduce our Asset Store website, where you can explore a variety of free and premium assets. We offer high-quality game-ready assets and also Blender projects, all of which you are free to use in any of your projects. So be sure to check out our store at store.blackcave.com. If we want to add texture to an object like this cube, we need something called UV. UV is a 2D image that turns our 3D object into a flat view, allowing us to paint on it. But the challenge is how we can turn this 3D object into a 2D image. We need to use Blender's UV mapping tool to create our UV. For example, if our 2D view shows the front of the cube, we can only see the front face, not the sides or top. In this case, we need to cut the faces and release the pressure on the object to easily convert it into a 2D view. This process is delicate and we need to plan the cuts before applying them. Anyway, let's open the UV editing workspace. We're in edit mode, and we can switch to object mode by pressing the tab key. We have access to vertex, edge, and polygon tools in the top section, which we can switch between using 1, 2, and 3 keys. If I press A in face mode to select all faces, I can see a UV or 2D view of the cube here, which is created by Blender. Here we have vertex, edge, and other tools similar to the 3D view, and I can easily select and move each component. Each face corresponds to a face in the 3D view. For example, these faces are the vertical faces of the cube. Now I want to create my own UV and ignore the current UV the cube has. First, I need to add cuts to release the pressure on the object and make it easier to turn into a 2D view. The cuts I want to add are in these areas. To add cuts, I need to activate edge mode or press the 2 key. First, let's select an edge and cut it to test. Right click and we'll see a list of operations we can apply to the object. We need to choose Mark Seam. Now the red edge indicates a cut edge. Let's select other edges using the Shift key. Let's cut the other edges as well. Now the back face is completely separated. To create a UV, we need to use Unwrap. Press A in face mode. Right click. Go to the UV Unwrap faces, select Unwrap and then choose the angle based from the list. A UV has been created. This single square represents the cut edge and the other one represents the rest of the cube. As you can see, it's not correct because it can't properly turn the rest of the cube into a 2D view and there's pressure on it. We need to add more cuts to release the pressure. You can add cuts anywhere that will help remove the pressure. Go to edge mode by pressing the 2 key and select the side edges. And choose Mark Seam just like before. And then Unwrap. Now it's good and represents the cube in a 2D view correctly, without any pressure. We can move the UV easily. Select the face tool or press the 3 key. Then select the faces you want. And move them using the G key. Make sure the UVs don't collide with the borders or with each other. Also, by using this tool or pressing the 4 key, we can select the whole UV section. We can also press S to scale the UVs up or down, but make sure their scale is uniform. If they are not equal, we may face issues with the quality. We can access some tools from the UV menu, like Unwrap, which we accessed with a right click. Also, we can move the face by selecting its center and using the G key to move it. Besides Unwrap, we can also access Mark Seam. We also have the option to remove the cuts using Clear Seam. For example, we can easily remove this cut. Anyway, we can also line and rotate the UV using the line rotation tool. This option is arbitrary, but I want it to be lined. Finally, to create the texture, we need to export this UV to use it as a template. If we paint on each face, the color will be applied to a corresponding face in the 3D view. To do this, go to the UV menu and select Export UV Layout. Choose a name, specify a size, which 1K works for me, and PNG is a good format. You can change the format based on your needs. Another option is opacity, which is the alpha channel and determines how transparent the UV image is. For example, 1 means full image will be exported. Let's choose a low value. I opened it in Photoshop and as you can see it's transparent. Let's create a background layer to see it better. And fill the layer with a black color. Now create another layer to paint on the face. You can paint anything you want, or import the texture and more. I just want to show how UV works, but the best way to create texture is using Substance Painter after you create the UV for your object. You can watch my tutorial on Substance Painter. Alright, this is good. Now disable the UV layer. It was just a pattern to paint exactly on the faces and I don't need it anymore. Actually, this is my final result. Let's export the texture. PNG format is one of the best for textures and it provides high quality and a reasonable file size. Let's overwrite the previous image. This is my texture. To apply it, I need to use material, which I explained in the previous parts. Let's open the shader editor in this window. In the cube's default material, I need to drag the texture in. Next, connect it to the base color, then press Z and select render mode. As you can see, the texture has been applied and the handwritten details are on the faces. We can switch to the material preview to see it better and ignore the lighting. Okay, let's go back to the UV editor. I want to introduce another capability. We have the capability to create UVs automatically, skipping the mark seam step. In edge mode, press A to select all edges and then right click. Then select clear seam to remove all cuts. Next, in face mode, select all the faces, go to the Unwrap Faces menu, then Unwrap, and then select Smart UV Project. There are a list of options. Keep them as they are and press Unwrap. As you can see, a simple UV is created for me. This method isn't ideal for complex objects and is only useful for quickly unwrapping simple objects. Also, we can have multiple UVs for a single object and switch between them. In this section, go to the UV maps and you can see the list of UVs you have for the cube object. Select all the faces and create a new UV by clicking the plus button. Next, with the second UV selected, create a new UV or modify the current one. Now if I select the first UV, you'll see a different UV appear. So I have two UVs. You can use a camera icon to choose which UV is the primary one for the object. Let's create a UV for another model like a sphere. We can create a seam from the middle in any direction, or we can make several vertical cuts or use other methods. But I want to make a cut in the middle. This way I reduce the tension, I can unwrap it easily. Let's switch to edge mode and select the middle edge. As you can see, this sphere already has a UV. Press Alt and click to select an edge loop, then choose Mark Seam. Then select all the faces in the face mode and unwrap them. It's successfully unwrapped. I created more complex UVs in this tutorial. Here you'll learn how to create UVs for a complex model like a humanoid. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And feel free to share your questions and ideas in the comments.